Hello, Jefferson. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. About
Very well. Very well. It's Friday for me. So, in fact, it's Friday afternoon for me. So, I'm getting closer to the weekend. So it has to be good. It has to be good. hmm How about yourself? How's
yes,
everything with you?
pretty good. We have to work to
Yeah.
weekend as well.
Okay. Okay. So it's where are you? It's Thursday evening for you, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you still, yeah, still one more day of work. Okay. Now let me just change my screens around here. So no, hang on, that's not you, is it? No, that's not you. No, that's another. I've got another student called Jefferson as well. So that's the other Jefferson. Gets confusing sometimes when we've got names very close together, all similar. Jefferson, Brazil Uni
For which,
Economics, works in a bank.
for, for, for which
Hmm?
country? The other for
Brazil,
which country
Brazil,
as
Brazil.
well?
Yep, yep,
Nice.
yep. I teach a lot of people from, because of my time zone, I teach a lot of people from places like Japan, South Korea, mainland China, Hong Kong. And it's amazing. Like a lot of them will pick an English name to make it easier for Western people to pronounce, obviously a common English name. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Sometimes when I look at my calendar, I've got sort of Yuki, Yuka, Yuna, Uni, Yika, and all of these, and I look at them, I'm like, oh, it's so confusing. What I love about yours is you put a profile picture in there. It doesn't matter if it's the person themselves, but a profile picture instead of just the same one that Cambly provides helps you identify, oh, it's this, I know who this is, right? And it really helps when people have got these common names. So yeah, it's can be entertaining sometimes. It really can. Um, yeah. Now,
of
what do
course
we
it
say?
is.
So English to stay in touch. Yeah, TOEFL, IELTS with an Australian exchange program, and I showed you TOEFL writing. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, there we go. The TOEFL you done. Just remind me, you've done the IELTS test. Is that right?
Uh, I I didn't understand well.
From my notes, it says you've been studying IELTS, but you want to do TOEFL now. Have you done
Yes,
the IELTS test before?
no, I didn't.
No. Okay. Okay. And what about the TOEFL test? Have you done that one before?
Yes.
You've done the TOEFL test before?
Oh no,
No. Okay. Okay. So no TOEFL or IELTS. Okay. Or IELTS.
I'm
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember you saying that you intend to do both.
yes.
Why? Why was it that you were doing both?
I don't know.
That's an honest answer. Why not? Why not? Yeah, yeah. To be honest, I mean, some people find, they might find the TOEFL test easier than the IELTS test, and then the same can be said the other way around. Some people find the IELTS test easier than the TOEFL test. Um, some people don't want to talk face to face to an examiner; they feel happier talking to a computer.
Yes.
It's all personal preference, really. At the end of the day, they're both English language proficiency tests that will measure your language in a certain way and give you a score. And they should be relative to each other. So if you score, let's say, an 85 here, that should be around a 6.5 in an IELTS test, right? So they should be relative. So if you then did an IELTS test, you should be scoring in that sort of area as well. Yeah. What was your, I didn't write down in the last time, what was your, I wrote down exchange program, but when do you plan to do these tests?
I wish to do this year, but I don't know, maybe next year. It depends on my college because I have to focus on the college. But uh, uh, there are some programs to help the students to go abroad, but is to study the of the college and not just is not an exchange program to a language like that I want because an exchange program of language understand the culture of the country you time to go to place to live with a family or with the people there to know more about the country. Now I enrolled in a competition to gain a grant for the British Council, and they sent on the bank. It's a competition that provides 100 grants to students in some countries, and if I pass, I may be going to England this year,
Right.
next year.
Wow. Okay. And when does that happen?
Um, Next semester between July and August.
Right. Right.
But I have a cousin who lives in Canada. Maybe if I have enough money, uh, sometime.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Canada is certainly, like, I teach, obviously I teach TOEFL IELTS, and a lot of my students are, probably the majority of my students look to Canada, because Canada's got such a well organized immigration system where you can go in on a student visa and do this, and then you can do this, and then you can get your residency. And, it's all very, as long as you're stepping through the steps, you can lead to residency in that country. So it's not like New Zealand, where you should be okay, but no guarantees, right? Canada seems a little bit more organized in that respect. So yeah, a lot of my students do head off to Canada. So what's interesting. Sorry, what was that? I did the sound broke up just a little bit then.
It's TOEFL or IELTS acceptable in Canada, or they don't mind with this?
A lot of the universities will take both. Okay, a lot of the, like, quite a number of the universities will also take another test as well called Duolingo, which is an online test that you can do, which is a lot cheaper than TOEFL and IELTS. And for some students, it's the best option because they can do it from their home. It's cheaper and it gets them to the university. So I've got a few students that have been doing that test. So I picked up that test probably about a year and a half ago. In reality, IELTS is the #1 around the world. Okay, that is the main one. When you go to the Americas, TOEFL seems to be their preference. But again, if you look at the specific universities, you'll probably find that they'll take both. And if you look at the TOEFL score that they want, and you look at the IELTS score that you want, and you look at the TOEFL IELTS scoring comparison on the internet, you'll find that they're the same. They're in that same line, same level of ability. Okay.
And
Now,
what the universities are doing their own best to
Some do, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Some do, yeah. Some professional organizations, like let's say the nursing field. So if you wanted to be, like if someone was going into Canada, they've got a nursing degree over here, and let's say it's recognized by Canada, they still have to prove a level of English specifically in the nursing field. So the government there will actually host this English language test specifically for the industry, using obviously industry terms, and they have to pass that before they're allowed to practice in the country. So there's it's not just the universities that do it. There's some of the businesses, some of the business areas will do it as well. Let me just, like, with the TOEFL test and with the IELTS test, I'll be honest, you don't want to start too early. If you're not planning to do the test until, let's say, December, working on TOEFL or IELTS right now is not really the thing to do, because it's too long a time. And if you're doing tests after tests and practice all year, I promise you, regardless of which one you decide to do, or both that you do, they're both going to drive you crazy, right? They will both drive you crazy because it's too long. Normally it's 2 to 3 months, and you do the test, you get the result that you want, you send it wherever it needs to go, and then you get on with your life, and you put that part behind you. To say studying it for near a year, it's too long. It's too long. I've met people who have been studying, like I met someone a while back who's been studying IELTS for probably about 18 months. And I said to her, do you enjoy studying IELTS? And I got a laugh from her, and she's like, it's driving me crazy. And I said, well, why are you doing it like this? Prepare, do the test, get the result, carry on. And she couldn't get the result. And so she was just doing the test. She booked the test every single month and had been doing it every single month. It's crazy. Just crazy. The wrong way to do it. Wrong way to do it.
So how long before I have to study to do an test like this? 3 months?
Maximum 3 months. Maximum 3 months, yeah. What you should be working on is improving your English ability, okay? You said British Council are going to hold this thing for scholarship, right? They're going to give the top 100 people. For me, just you saying that should be your #1 learning criteria right now, right? Trying to get one of those scholarships. That's what you should be focusing on. I'm going to quickly just share a website with you, and I'm expecting that you're going to say to me that you've seen this before. This website here. Have you seen this one?
Oh, things.
No? Okay. Okay. This website
yes.
should be. Oh, you do study a lot on this website, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, just in case, I just want to point you in the right direction of a few areas of this website that you need to focus on. In the video series, right, I would say you should be working in this area here. Britain is great. Okay. In here, you've got topic-specific videos. You've got 2 for countryside, 2 for creativity, 2 for the English language. Lots and lots of different topics, lots of good vocabulary with those topics. And all you need to do in this section is watch the video, pen and paper, take notes of anything that you think is important, like dates, times, numbers, all of those sorts of things. Take some notes, watch the video, try and understand it as well. And after you've watched the video, try and answer the questions from your notes and your understanding. Okay. This is a great way to improve your English ability with listening skills, with learning new vocabulary, learning new information about, the countryside, the environment, business, all of this sort of thing. And it's fun at the same time. Okay. So I'd say have a look in there, focus in there. Okay, Jefferson. Jefferson's from Brazil. We'll see you next time. Okay. Take care. Bye.
Okay. That's for